Hello survivors, welcome to Heroes of Hammerwatch 2. It is a base building action roguelike ARPG with pixel graphics, which is pretty cool. We're going to get straight into the action. I'm playing on a wizard, and I thought it'd be quite fun. So I haven't actually beaten the first level. I don't know, not the forest level, but the actual level itself. So not this part, but we should be able to get to the end. We've got 4 spells. We've got our auto attack, our right click, which puts down a sigil, which is this over here. We've got a mouse button, which puts the magic missiles, and then we click number 2 to use this. I use mouse and keyboard. It's a bit janky. You can change the buttons to whatever you want, so it's not that janky, but it's just stuff that I don't necessarily have a problem with, where a lot of other people might not like the button set up for it. But you can change it in the menu. There is the option you can play with a controller as well. It's probably a lot easier, probably made more for controller, looking at how the keys actually function with it. But otherwise it's pretty cool. So as you level up, you get stronger in terms of, as you keep playing, you can find other items that you permanently keep for yourself and for other classes. And you also get to what's the wording I'm looking for? You get to upgrade your spells and things. So we'll see what happens during this one. There are these things that you can find that help increase the damage of your abilities randomly. So there's a bunch of options you get to pick from. So hopefully we can pick some good options, or hopefully we can actually get some options in the game. Now there is a shortcut. We're not going to be taking that. We are going to go the long way around. And we're going to go through the dark cave, which will come later. It will all make sense once we get there. So don't be too worried about all of that. Even over here, I don't remember ever seeing this area. So the first area is randomly generated. It does look different every single time, with the monsters being the same, but the area, kind of the way that it works, like the map itself, is randomly generated. That's the word I'm looking for. So you don't always have the exact same map at the same time for the Forest 1. The Forest 2 and Forest 3, I believe, are the same, or at least that's my experience with them, and that's just the way it is. We've got a fountain over here, a well, that gives us health, mana, and also refreshes our pots, of which we don't need any. We do have mana regen, so I'm not too worried about that. And we are using a lightning wand, so as you can see, when we shoot, if enemies are close to each other, the lightning will bounce between each other. On the minimap, if you saw a green dot there, that is a health pickup. A blue dot is a mana pickup, and there's also going to be things like these over here, which kind of count towards gold at the end of the round. Hopefully we, if you do land up losing, you do have to kind of respawn, and you lose all of the stuff that you picked up in terms of like the currency of the enemies, so the materials and all of that. So let's just see here, these are the only important materials. There are the things that you pick up after defeating enemies that count towards gold, which if you lose, you land up, what's the word? They take some of it away from you. So you do get penalized, that's the word. So while you're playing, try not to lose, because you don't want to have to be penalized and lose gold and things like that as well. You lose wood, gold, stone, a little bit of everything. Alright, we are busy beating up beetles. I do like the fireball. I did start a rogue, they're only level 1, but I really wanted to show you guys the game itself, and then we can explore all the classes together. So this is my main character right now. I think they're level 7 to 9, and we still haven't finished the first level, which is what we're currently on. So hopefully we can do it now. We get the streamer luck, We just got accomplishment unlocked. I believe that gives us attack damage or weapon damage. We have picked up a tome, a rejuvenating tome. So this is what I was using previously. It is a frost tome where it will freeze the enemies. Actually, I was using a lightning tome. So this one will freeze the enemies, making them slower or unable to move at all. But if the damage isn't better, then we wouldn't use it. So right now we are currently using the fire tome. The fire tome increases our fire damage and our lightning damage, whereas the and has better damage overall. Where the Frost Tome we just picked up will be 42 damage with 42 arse damage and gives us mana regen. So the mana regen is nice, but otherwise it isn't better than what we already have. Use our magic missile to clear that thing out. It does do a lot more damage to single target, so makes sense. And then now if we just auto attack, you can see the lightning bounces to the other enemies. Pretty good. And earlier we picked up these two guys. They are like just assistants. They can lose, or they can disappear as soon as their health bar goes to 0. So just be wary of that. You don't really want that. They do a lot of damage, so they become very, very helpful in the long run for us. Let's see what's happening. Pick up some mana over there. So again, the blue crystals are mana. As you can see on the minimap, that's health. So if we go towards that, we can heal. But I believe we want to go to the bottom right over here. Well, I don't know if we want to or not, but that's where we are going. And we will see where it takes us. Just destroy the nests so that they become a little bit easier to get rid of. Thank you. We're still looking for one. Oh, here we go. We found one. So there's going to be these orbs laying around in the place. When you pick them up, it allows you to enhance your skills. So in this case, the projectile is going to chance to inflict stun. It's a 10% chance. We can get a combo kill Nova. So shooting a Nova of projectiles every second while combo is active. Or we can reduce our spell cooldowns. So I'm going to go and take reduced spell cooldown. I don't really like the combo counter thing. I don't actually understand how it works fully yet. And then over there in the chest, you can see we picked up a trinket. So this trinket gives us increased spell crit chance, which is beautiful because we are playing a wizard. So we do use spells. Obviously, I believe the game is tailored in a way that when you aren't playing a wizard, you're not necessarily going to pick up a trinket for spell crit chance when you don't use spells. But, or, because I haven't played other characters and I don't actually 100% know this for certain, but maybe it doesn't consider other abilities to be spell damage, or they will be considered physical damage or something else, and you'd get a normal crit instead. But I would need to play on the rogue first, or another, more physical character to see how that works first. Okay, we do want all of those. They are needed to upgrade our base, so we want to pick up as many of them as possible, like that over there. And that's going to allow us to upgrade our base, which we'll get to at the end of the video, so stick around for that as well. I'm not too worried about them. Beetles go baba. There are wolves over here, which we can pick up the mana for. That's fine. Our spell does use a whack ton of mana, so we need to just, even though we have 312 mana, we just don't have the mana regen to kind of get it all back at once. But luckily there are wells, and there are ways to receive our mana. We do have a health pot. We actually have 2 of them, and you can see that green symbol above our health bar. That's our dash. So when that symbol is there and available, that means we do have a dash available to use, which is spacebar on keyboard and mouse. But here we go into the second part of the forest. Oops, I pushed the wrong button, but that's okay. It was just a dash. So now we've got level 2. And I believe this is where we're going to find the next area. We're going to take a detour. Okay, there's a well, so we will probably land up using it once we've dealt with all of these enemies. I'm thinking using another sigil might be better. We did lose our help. That was a lot of enemies over there, but we can just run the mana. So we just run it for mana, and then we can go and collect all these enemies, drop our sigil so it burns absolutely everything. And knock them in the face. Magic missile, because there's only one enemy. and pick up those. So it says it sells them for X amount of gold, but you do, again, like we mentioned, you lose gold if you aren't careful and you don't finish the round. So new enemies in the forest. We've got a bunch that look like goblins, I guess. Maybe kobolds. I am not 100% sure. I don't believe there's a compendium or anything like that, but I don't think it really matters. Just understand that they're different enemies. That's all that matters. Oh, I didn't even see we had a bunch of beetles around us over there. Okay, picked up a beetle scale. Again, just going to help us when we finish the run to get us more money. There are shrines in the game, which is what we have found over here. This one gives us reduced damage taken. That is beautiful. And then pick up that and pick up some money. There was more money on the floor there, but we're not too worried about that. Let's just keep going towards the side over here. It's so pleasant to see this happen to a bunch of enemies. Okay, what is this? This looks like it's just a currency. Alright, so you do see the lightning over there. That's going to be something really, really cool. I'll show you what it does now. It's a bird, as you can see, but that's going to be a very, very helpful one. I don't know when or how it started to happen, but I mean, I've done a couple of runs previously, and we all of a sudden saw the bird. It says, would you like to send back the money and this to town? The answer for me is yes. Because now we doesn't necessarily mean if we fail the run now, we are still going to have some of the materials and some of the currency, and it doesn't actually matter. So it does definitely help us. I think if you leave it over there, it comes back later, but I'm happy with what we sent through. And now we've got the reduce our spell cooldowns even further. That's really cool. I'm not getting what I want. It is random, but you sometimes get ones for your fireball and stuff like that, and those are the ones that I'm looking for. So sometimes you can get it so your fireball deals a hit twice on an enemy. So that's what we were looking for. We didn't actually get it. Now we got to get these guys going, but I want to just grab whatever that was. Try and get them to be all in the same area, so that when we hit them with the fireball, it is going to deal a lot of damage to them. That's the plan, at least. Get rid of the mage first. And then you can see my auto attack bouncing between the two. And it definitely makes the auto attack deal a whack ton more damage. And then there's only one more, so we can magic missile him. Beautiful. Picked up whatever. I think that's experience. There isn't an experience bar. And also, I don't believe it actually tells me what level I am. I think I'm level 7, but it doesn't actually tell me much about that. There are other skills, but I don't know how they are going to, looks like trigger after 10 kills in quick succession. So that's how a combo works. Interesting. Good to know. Now we know a bit more than what we did when we started this. Just randomly pushed the buttons there, and they were wrong buttons to push. It looks like they're trying to ambush us. Luckily you do have like a base life regen as well, because that's going to allow us to obviously, you know, if I needed to, I could just stand still AFK over here, and as you can see at the very bottom over there, our life and our mana is going up. What could be really nice is in the settings there is a UR scale. So maybe scaling that a little bit higher might look a little bit bigger. Let's see. No. See, I just want this bottom part to be scaled, not the entire UI. So let's just rather not do that. They say game zoom. I'm not sure what that does, but yeah, there's a whole bunch of things. There's also multiplayer, which looks like it could be quite interesting with the game. I think it could be quite fun to play with other people. for this game have, you know, multiple of us running around dealing damage, doing different things, so you can get your paladin or your warrior, so they can probably, you know, be a bit more tanky, and then you get a rogue which can probably assassinate targets or have a much better single target damage and things like that. Again, I have to play every single class to see what each one can do. I mean, I don't have to, but it is nice to check them all out. I do know there is a warlock that I unlocked, as well as the rogue is an unlock. The warlock looks like they work with not curses per se, but like the wizard over here is point and click, where the warlock seems to be a little bit more invested in being in the right place at the right time. I don't know if that makes sense to you guys, but if you read what the warlock does, you would understand. So I guess we'll do the warlock next. We can either do a rogue or warlock. I do have a rogue already created at level 1, just waiting there, sitting there for us. And or we could do the like I mentioned, the warlock, but I did want to try the rogue as well. Okay, we did nearly lose our life there, but luckily we did have a pot, so we could do that. We got an accomplishment. Get rid of them. There are a lot of them. This is just never ending right now. Okay, that should be the last 3 that we need to get rid of. I'm gonna have to just relax for a little bit. We do need our life back. We're sitting on 62 life, so we're gonna slowly edge up here, try and see if there is anything. If we get ambushed though, we're in a bit of trouble. So that is the right way, but like I mentioned, there is a detour that we can take, which we are going to take because it gives us a bunch of chests. So let's go find the detour. Our life is looking much better. Here we go, this is the detour, and it takes us into the caves. The caves of Del Zog. Does anyone know what I'm referencing there? Oh, actually, that was... I don't know if I missed my magic missile, but that was a lot of damage we landed up. Not my magic missile, my fireball. But these guys are hurting. It's like, calm down. Right. We can pick up some magic over there. There's some more down here. There should be life. There is life down there, so that's fine. Again, life does come back over time, so as long... We just got knocked on the head by a bunch of rocks. And it just tried to happen again to us. Do these rocks not know who I am? And it's only like 20 life. It's not even that much. Critical hitters. Does that mean I've been critting? I have no idea what that meant, but anyway. We got an achievement for it. Yo! I need to use a pot, which I didn't want to do, but here we are. I think this we can destroy. Yeah, okay. Turns out we need to destroy those things so that more bats don't spawn from them. Is there more life anywhere? There is some down here, but that would involve us not getting hurt. There we go, we managed to find 2. Oh, this is... maybe I shouldn't have taken the detour, but I don't know why I feel so weak all of a sudden. I haven't struggled in here at all the entire time. Okay, we did find a trader. So the way that the trader works is we've got like something over here where we can lose 5 stone, but we get combo killer. We can lose spell cooldown. We can lose mana regen and get HP and mana. I actually like the ones that we got, so I'm not going to go and trade with anything. Those options just weren't very good for us. Alright, there's mana and health everywhere over here. We're not too worried. Again, it was a detour. We need to just try and get to the parts that I want to get to and not worry about the rest of it. Just need to find that part. Oh. Died. Alright, and we just found something over here which would have helped us, but that was unfortunate. So the Dark Citadel was a mission failed. As you can see, like I mentioned, it gives us gold for all of the stuff, and then because we lost our life, we do lose some of the stuff. So we got -1 for the trinkets over there, -5 for that. It's okay, it's not the end of the world. But let me show you what we've got for the rest of the game. We've got our town over here. So if we go over here, this is called the Guild Hall. We can go in, but there's base buildings, so we can get a trading post. We can get the hunter's cabin, so more valuables and health from beasts. I'm not sure what that is, but it sounds like it's a good idea. And that's all we can really get, that and the trading post. But let's go and upgrade the hunter's cabin. We'll go and take a look at that now. There is also a stash over here, which I've just been putting random stuff into to just mess around with it. So we'll put that in there as well. And I don't know which sigil to really use, but it is what it is. Where did that hunter's cabin disappear to? Let's just take a look over here. If we've got the map open this way, we can zoom around it and take a look. So it looks like the hunter's cabin's down there. Let's just quickly go down that way and see what happened over there and what we've unlocked that might be new or different. Alright, perfect. So this is the hunter's cabin. And that didn't really do anything. I think what it does is it just, when you're in your runs, it allows you to pick up more stuff from from the enemies that you land up destroying. So it will give us more drops from enemies. Then we've got these guys. This shop, we don't have anything anymore from the armorer, and he's only got item level 5 stuff. So if you want basic stuff, if I wanted to change my staff, my wand to something different, then I can. If I wanted to change my offhand to something different, I can, and so on and so forth. There is also these outfitters over here which do weird and lovely stuff with item level. It's all random, all the stuff, all the time, sorry. And we can't sell any equipment because I don't have any to sell. But if I wanted to sell equipment, there would be the place to do it. And last but not least, we've got this currently in our base, which is where we go to level up our skills. Unfortunately, it's locked still. I don't actually know how to level up the next thing. It doesn't really say how to do it, but essentially it's just going to be the next level of the damage of our skills. So maybe I have to hit a new level. We've got 7 points to spend, so we're going to put them into these 3 options. Focus is for mana and mana regen, vitality is life and life regen, and then intelligence is our primary stat, which is going to be our spell crit chance, spell crit damage, and our weapon, spell power and all that lovely juicy stuff that we normally have. So I don't think there's a way to check that out, but if we click on this, we're currently on 182 life. We're now 185 life. So it's literally 5 stats per point. Put 3 points in there and 2 more into each of those, and that should be good. We've then also got this where we can get an additional dash charge. I think we'll actually buy that. And then also 50% increased health pickup. No, let's go dash charge time. So now we can dash more often. So yeah, that's the game. Pretty cool, pretty fun to play. We will obviously look at trying to get a clean run in the future. But for today, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this in the future. And always remember, keep safe, survivors. Until next time, cheers.